Hey guys, so what I'm doing back here today, sorry turning kind of fast on you, this strip right here is my property line, and there's a pink string right there where I'm going to start. That will be my first length of perimeter fence all the way to the back corner. I've got the pin back there. I've kind of got it measured off the deed to that side, and then I still have to thin enough this winter to stretch a string and see what, where the line is to connect the back corners to the existing neighborly fences that we've got all established. I'm not going to have a survey done and then tell my neighbor, oh, you need to move your fence 2 feet, and that's not how you make good neighbors. So they were here first, and I will just deal with, the yard that I bought. I'm content. What I'm doing here is making this strip into a grazing paddock. That is native cool season seeds of many varieties. I mean, it's all grown in my yard, so I know it's all adapted to my climate and my soil because it all grew in this yard. I harvested all the seed myself, and it's a variety of probably about 30 different things. I never wrote it down. I don't really care what it is because you can't have too much variety. Nature balances itself out quite well. It's monocultures that have problems staying alive and that need all sorts of human intervention and poisons and pesticides and desiccant-based fertilizers that kill off organic matter. So I don't have any of that going on, and these trees are going to come out, but my sawmill needs to be extended. None of them are anything special, but they're all good lumber to me, considering how outrageous lumber is. So all these trees are probably going to come out, unless there's a good maple. You can see my tubing on that side. Those shade trees that are going to stay, they're red maples, and I make syrup, which is excellent, by the way. But I don't want to cut them trees down and have the lumber spoil, the timber. I don't want it to spoil. So I'm going to walk around this big spider web instead of getting it in my face. No, I got one anyway. Anyway, you can see where the deer are eating off the maple sprouts. Deer love a chainsaw. Deer love sunlight. Damn it. Never mind. So I'm going to seed this, and later on, when I log, those seeds will lay dormant, but they won't go anywhere. They'll be in the seed bed. And when the time is right, when the sun and the moisture and the condition and the temperature are right, every seed I plant, or the bulk of them, they will germinate. So I don't really have any worries about that. When I come in here with a machine and maybe a root rake and do a little cleanup, more seed will hit the ground and will establish in its own time, and I don't really have to worry. That walked into another big spider web. That's no fun. So anyway, you can do this too. All you gotta do, I let my lawn, boy, it saved me a lot of trouble. I didn't mow, and I let my yard lawn go to seed for most of the year until the spring grasses had hardened off a seed bed. And then I harvested seed, and then I cut the grass, and then I let it grow up again with warm season stuff. And harvested that seed off, and I'll tell you, you might think your lawn is like just one variety, unless you are out there with scissors clipping it all day. There is a tremendous amount of variety in the typical lawn, even between seasons. You might have 10 different things come up in the winter and 10 different things come up in the summer, and you can get an awful lot of biodiversity, buzzword, but you can get an awful lot of biodiversity off of your lawn for free. So why not? I leave these tops, I dice them up small, they dry out, and later on I'll run them over, crunch them in. If it's smaller than my wrist, I'll leave it out here piled up, and I pile them for the squirrels and, you know, whatever critters. Mice, moles, squirrels, chipmunks, skunks. I mean, I don't discriminate. Whatever wants to live in that little thicket, it's welcome to. None of it bothers me. The more little critters you got, the more your coyotes will stay fed, the less they'll bother your, you know, your purchased animals. So that's fine with me. You know, the ecosystem has its own way of balancing out, and even though I can hear coyotes all the time, they don't ever come and bother me. You know, I couldn't bait one to come to me. I've put out cameras with bait right where I know they're in their territory, and they won't even get on a camera. So a coyote doesn't bother me. Until it does, I'll leave it alone. But, anyway, one day at a time, right? God bless you guys, and thanks for watching.